2022 Infiniti QX80 full review. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video we're going to discuss about the new 2022 Infiniti QX80 in depth, from interior to exterior, and every minute detail of every feature. So without any further ado, let's just dive into that. Overview. The 2022 Infiniti QX80 looks attractive and upscale. Its interior is sturdy built and its smooth ride and long engine are both satisfying. Theoretically, all these traits should amount to a compelling large 3-row luxury SUV, right? Wrong. That's because apart from Infiniti badges, it's fundamentally a gusseed-up Nissan Armada, which also happens to cost significantly less. Sure, there are some small differences between the two, but it's not enough to justify the upcharge or close the gap to the QX80's more desirable alternatives such as, well, everything else in this class. For those still interested in the largest Infiniti, its fully independent suspension delivers a tranquil ride, and its 400 HP V8, albeit fuel-thirsty, sounds good and provides ample thrust. Still, in most ways, the 2022 QX80 can't keep up with newer and ritzier rivals. Infiniti's QX80 is a full-size traditional SUV with a powerful V8. This premium family hauler can seat 7 or 8 passengers and has enough towing capacity for most jobs. The available 4-wheel drive system can take you off the beaten path, while a host of standard features keep you in the lap of luxury. The current generation of the QX80 hasn't changed much since debut in 2011. Still, this large SUV offers a quiet, luxurious and comfortable cabin. Infiniti also loads the QX80 with lots of standard advanced driver aids, including automatic emergency braking and a 360-degree camera system that makes parking in tight spots considerably easier. On the downside, this burly SUV is showing its age. When compared to competitors such as the Cadillac Escalade and Lincoln Navigator, the QX80 lags behind in interior design, engine choices, and efficiency. The Infiniti QX80's attractive starting price and long list of standard features will satisfy many buyers, but those looking for the latest in luxury and technology should consider others in the large luxury SUV. What's new for 2022? For 2022, the QX80 benefits from brand new infotainment system and revised center stake. Gone are the intuitive dual screens and unremarkable climate control. Now there's a prominent 12.3-inch touchscreen with more desirable features such as the wireless CarPlay. Directly below it sits a redesigned HVAC control panel with buttons and knobs that looks classier and easier to use than before. The QX80 also now comes with a wireless smartphone charger hidden behind a retractable panel beneath the climate controls. Given that even the price of the mid-level QX80 Premium Select brushes elbows with that of the Mercedes-Benz GLS 450 and the BMW X7 xDrive 4Di, we'd stick with the entry-level luxury trim. It offers plenty of luxury features to keep occupants happy, such as leather upholstery, heated front seats, a power-adjustable steering wheel with heat, second-row captain's chairs, a 13-speaker Bose stereo system, in-dash navigation, Sirius XM stereo radio, and adaptive cruise control. Engine, transmission, and performance. The QX80 teams a 400 HP 5.6-liter V8 with a 7-speed automatic transmission and either rear or all-wheel drive. The last version ran from 0 to 60 mph in 5.9 seconds. While that's speedy given this SUV's size, every other competitor we tested was even quicker. Still, we love the engine's smooth power delivery and snaggy throttle response. Too bad it was hard to hustle on the highway with a transmission that hesitated to downshift. But around town, this Infiniti galloped with grace, its exhaust note graveling after heavy-footed accelerator applications. The comfortable ride couldn't make up for the fact that the QX80 felt less athletic than the GLS 450. So if you're looking for a mega luxury SUV with sharp driving dynamics, you should look elsewhere. The Infiniti's serene character will satisfy buyers who want to be coddled. The QX80 can tow 8,500 pounds in either the rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive configuration, which beats the Mercedes rating of 800 pounds. How does the QX80 drive? Large SUVs have been transitioning to turbocharged engines, which leaves the QX80 and its naturally aspirated V8 as a rare offering in the class. There's 400 HP on tap, but in our testing the QX80 accelerated from 0 to 60 mph in 6.9 seconds, which is unremarkable for a luxury SUV. Its brakes, however, are a standout, especially for such a large family hauler. They are powerful but also easy to use in typical driving. Yet there's no getting around the fact that the QX80 is, underneath its skin, a dated 6,000-pound SUV. The steering isn't as quick or accurate as we'd like, and the around turns its clever suspension we once lauded for the way it controlled its mass feels much less nimble and modern than it once did. The field has moved on, and it's clear the QX hasn't. Interior comfort and cargo. There's plenty of interior room. There's no risk of feeling cramped in the first two rows, and although somewhat limited by the high floor, third row space is better than in some competitors. The second row captain's chair flip and tumble forward fairly easily with the pull of a lever, but not so quickly that a could do it. Outward visibility is good thanks to a high seating position, big mirrors, and standard 360-degree camera system. The infotainment screen has nice-looking graphics, but the user experience and menu navigation are pretty clunky and not all intuitive compared to many rival systems out there. It has redundant controls by the way of the touchscreen and small rotary knob, but even then it's not particularly easy to use. Inside, the Infiniti is comfortable and quiet, but the overall design has barely changed since the unit debuted in 2011 as the QX56. The center stake has finally been redesigned to accommodate a modern touchscreen with more user-friendly controls, and the HVAC system enjoys a new layout that includes physical knobs for adjusting the dual climate zones. Unfortunately, features that we expect on luxury vehicles such as the panoramic sunroof, massaging seats, and a head-up display aren't available. Still, a spacious cabin is well built and includes a standard third row. While the QX80 can accommodate adults back there, several competitors offer roomier setups. The Infiniti has standard second row captain's chairs that can be swapped for a 3-seat bench. Those who cannot find enough space to store their property inside the QX80 should appear on an episode of Hoarders. The Infiniti has interior cubby space, and it held the most luggage behind the third row among similarly sized rivals. How comfortable is QX80? The QX80 has some good qualities for a large SUV. Its weight, long wheelbase, and tall tire sidewalls lend some cushion over rough surfaces and small bumps. But larger, uneven bumps tend to shake the cabin dramatically side to side. While that's not uncommon for such a big vehicle, it feels more pronounced in the QX than in some rivals. The seats look nice but offer limited adjustability and support and aren't in the standards of the seats in similarly priced vehicles. The climate control is straightforward to use, and the seat heat and ventilation are very effective. That said, with the exception of a quiet, well-insulated cabin, the QX80 has a hard time hiding its utilitarian roots. Infotainment and connectivity. Infiniti modernizes the QX80's infotainment system by discarding the old and maligned dual-screen setup and replacing it with a much larger and more intuitive single 12.3-inch touchscreen. This unit features the brand's in-touch connectivity services as well as the standard onboard navigation, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay, with the latter now wirelessly accessible. Every QX80 comes with a 13-speaker Bose stereo, wireless device charging, and an array of charge ports that include 4 USB outlets. The optional theater package adds another USB port and a 120-volt outlet. There's a rear seat entertainment system with two 8-inch screens fitted to the back of the front seat headrest too, but it's reserved for the top-of-the-line sensory trim. Warranty and maintenance coverage. The QX80 has a competitive warranty that's highlighted by the longest limited coverage and corrosion protection in its class. Unfortunately, Infiniti doesn't offer the complimentary scheduled maintenance that some other competitors do. Limited warranty covers for 4 years or 60,000 miles. Powertrain warranty covers 4 years or 70,000 miles. No complimentary scheduled maintenance. Is QX80 a good value? The QX80 doesn't have much value to offer compared to alternatives. Interior materials are nice and nothing rattles. However, Infiniti could have gone much further with the interior upgrades. The infotainment attempts to have modernized the interior a bit, but the Mirage disappears pretty quickly. We'd be hard pressed to pay the premium for this over the Nissan Armada. Both SUVs are essentially the same vehicle underneath the sheet metal. Or for what the QX80 costs, we think you can buy a lot more luxury from rival automakers. The QX80 doesn't offer quite as much as maximum space as the Cadillac Escalade. But what's here, 49.6 cubic feet behind the second row and a max space of 95.1 cubes, is still pretty handful for most of the tasks you'll probably use a large SUV for. However, the high liftover at the back and thick bumper make loading heavy items a strain, and you can open up a completely flat cargo space because of the second row's center console. Interior storage is sufficient, but not as clever or well integrated as what many competitors offer. The spacious second row buckets will accommodate most car seats, and the latch points are easy to find. The second row headrests are removable, and the seatback reclined for fitting a larger seat. And this was all about the 2022 Fiat 500X. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to latest luxury cars channel. Do press the bell icon for more exciting videos like this.